In this video, we will go over the direct comparison test, and with the direct comparison, we make comparisons. So we have two summations, a sub n and b sub n. If we say that b sub n is greater than or equal to a sub n, and a sub n is greater than or equal to 0, we can make a number of comparisons. For example, if b sub n converges, then a sub n must also converge. And this makes sense. It's like saying b sub n is not infinity. It's something smaller than infinity. It actually converges to a number. Then the smaller term, a sub n, would also have to converge. Likewise, if a sub n diverges, imagine a sub n goes all the way to infinity, then naturally the bigger one, b sub n, would also diverge. And so here I'm just reiterating it. So why does this make sense? A sub n is smaller and b sub n is bigger, and so if b sub n converges, then obviously a sub n, the smaller of the two, will also converge. Likewise, if a sub n diverges, then obviously b sub n, the bigger of the two, will also diverge. So here's a problem. We want to determine if the series will converge or diverge, and we only want to use the direct comparison test. And so if you want, you can pause the video here and attempt this problem. So why are we using the comparison test? And it's because we do not know the summation of 1 over n squared plus 3. We don't know if it's going to diverge or converge. But we do know what will happen with 1 over n squared. And we know that because of p-series. And we know that this right here will in fact converge because p is equal to 2, which is greater than 1. Now we need to kind of think, which is bigger? So we should know if the denominator is bigger, this would result in a smaller, value, given n is equal to 1 all the way to infinity. And so by comparison, I know that 1 over n squared plus 3 is less than or equal to 1 over n squared. And I know 1 over n squared converges. And so if the bigger term converges, so will the smaller one. And if you don't understand why 1 over n squared is like bigger, you can kind of think, let's plug in a value. N is equal to 2. This would be 1 over 4, and this would be 1 over 7. And so obviously 1 over 4 is bigger than 1 over 7. And so the conclusion that we can make is by the direct comparison test, this series will in fact converge. And that's all we need to do for this problem.